Good morning students. This is our chapter 2 biological classification part 6. Today we will study about lichens and viroids, viruses and mycorrhiza etc. Lichens are symbiotic association that is mutually useful association between algae and fungi. The algal component is known as phycobiont and the fungal component is mycobiont, which are autotrophic and heterotrophic respectively. It means that algal partner is going to make food for fungi, and fungi provide shelter and absorb minerals, nutrients and water for its partner. They both are living close together, and one cannot imagine that they two different organisms are living together. Lichens are very good pollution indicators, that is they don't grow in polluted areas. So these are present in deep forest on the tree trunks where no pollution is present. Lichens are early colonizers. So lichens are the early colonizers as they are present on the barren, dry, naked rocks, mountains and new terrains. So during the growth, lichens etch the rocks and cliffs by secreting acids. It produces minute crevices where organic matter accumulates, and this is going to make soil formation. So they are food for many organisms, and they are going to make many dyes. Or seen, a biological stain is obtained from Rossella. Many dyes are formed from lichens. Just like they are used in many perfumes etc. They are used in many medicines and air pollution. तो मैंने आपको बताया the decrease in lichen pollution of an area is indicative of air pollution, particularly sulfur dioxide pollution. So in hot season, Usnea may produce forest fires also. So one of the lichen, that is the name is Usnea, may produce forest fires. So they are damaging the buildings etc. Symbiotic association of a fungus with the roots of a higher plant is known as mycorrhiza. Mycorrhizal roots often show a woody covering of fungal hyphae. The shape is different from normal roots, that is it may be tuberous, nodulated, corallide. So it's of two types, ectomycorrhizae and endomycorrhizae. Ectomycorrhizae, the bulk of the fungus lies on the surface of the root, while a part of it lives in the intercellular spaces of the cortex region. And in endomycorrhizae, only a little part of the fungus lies on the root surface. It resides mostly inside the cortex of the root, with some hyphal tips passing into the cortical cells. The fungus seems to be essential for proper growth of plant having mycorrhiza. Many orchids don't survive without mycorrhizae. Several forest plants show stunted growth if they are deprived of root association with the fungus, just like pine etc. The plant is immensely benefited from the association of the fungus. They take part in absorption of water, dissolving essential minerals present in the organic debris and handling over the same to the plant, and they are helping in the absorbing inorganic salts present in the soil from over a large area. So the fungus produces various growth promoting substances. It secretes antimicrobial substances which protect the young roots from the attack of the pathogens. In the 5-kingdom classification of Whitaker, there is no mention of some acellular organisms like viruses, viroids and lichens etc. So we are taking a brief description here. So all of us, we know that suffered from ill effects of common cold or flu, known what effects viruses can have on us. Today we are in this pandemic situation, we are facing the attack of COVID-19. It's also a virus. So viruses didn't find a place in classification since they are not truly living. If we understand living as those organisms that have a cell structure, viruses are non-cellular organization that are characterized by living on an inert crystalline structure outside the living cell. Once they infect a cell, they take over the machinery of that particular host cell and replicate themselves, killing the host. So now So you can say that why we are not keeping in living or non-living. So the name virus was means venom of poisonous fluid, while given by Pasteur D.J. Vansky, recognized certain microbes as casual organisms of mosaic disease of tobacco. These were found smaller than bacteria, but they passed through the bacterial pore filters, proof filters. W. Biswenick demonstrated that the extract of infected plants of tobacco would cause infection in healthy plants and call the fluid as congenium vivum fluidum, means infectious living fluid. So W. M. Stanley showed that viruses could be crystallized, and crystals consist largely of proteins. They are inert outside their specific host cell. Viruses are obligate parasites. So in addition to proteins, viruses also contain genetic material that may be either RNA or maybe DNA. Generally it's RNA. No virus contains both DNA or RNA. A virus is a nucleoprotein and genetic material, is infectious. In general, viruses that infect plants have single-stranded RNA, and viruses that infect animals have either single or double-stranded RNA or double-stranded DNA. So bacterial viruses or bacteriophages usually have double-stranded DNA viruses. The protein coat is called capsid, which is made up of small subunits called capsomeres. This slide is showing two types of viruses. First is tobacco mosaic virus and second is bacteriophage. In first one you can see protein coat called capsid made up of small subunits called capsomeres protects the nucleic acid. Nucleic acid is in the form of RNA. So these capsomeres are arranged in helical or polyhedral geometrical forms. Viruses cause diseases like mumps, smallpox, herpes, influenza, etc. So one disease which is very fatal for human beings, that is AIDS. You all have heard about it, and in 12th standard we will study about this disease in detail. In plants, the symptoms can be mosaic formation, leaf rolling and curling, yellowing and vein clearing, dwarfing and stunted growth. So second example is bacteriophage. Bacteriophage means the virus which is going to infect bacteria. Whenever any virus infects the bacteria, then its only nucleic acid goes inside the bacterial cell, and capsid means protein coat lives outside, just remains outside. No protein coat goes inside, only RNA or DNA nucleic material goes inside the cell. In 1971, Theo Diner discovered a new infectious agent that was smaller than viruses and caused potato spindle tuber disease. It was found to be a free RNA, means no protein coat is present, capsids or capsomeres are not present as present in the viruses, hence the name was given viride. The RNA of viride was of low molecular weight. Next is lichens. We have done lichens earlier, and this is all about this chapter, biological classification, in which we covered Protista, Monera, fungi, and a little bit brief account of viroids, lichen, mycorrhiza and viruses, etc.